Hello and welcome to another video. I'm Megan of Missy Magley Cosplay, and this past weekend I had a new experience. I attended the Black Creek Medieval Fair. As a veteran con goer, I thought I knew pretty much what to expect based on my experience at conventions, and I wasn't far off. However, there were enough differences that I thought that in addition to my little mini vlog, I might throw in a few tips and tricks based on my experience. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Here you can see me putting on my kirtle. What is happening on my head might look ridiculous, but it has its basis in history. Two fillets, one decorative and the other modern wig grip playing a historical role, help keep the veil in place. If you're interested in seeing how I made this ensemble, feel free to check out the linked video. This goes along with tip number 1, dress up. The vast majority of folks were sporting fantasy gear, so I put out a call to all my historical costumers. The medieval fair needs you. With my outfit on, my ladies and I began our journey to the fair. As you can see, I was attended by the best of women. This takes me to tip number 2. Go in a group. Just like at a convention, not only is it more fun to share these experiences with other people, it also helps if you're in a costume that doesn't allow you to carry a lot that you have a designated carrier of stuff. We're here! Whee! And I say we in this context as the royal we. I am very glad I pinned my veil down real well because it was windy. It was heckin' windy. Making our way to the fairgrounds took us through some beautiful scenery where we also got to meet some cute locals. You're a handsome feller. Oh my goodness, you're so handsome. You're the handsomest turkey I ever did see. We arrived just in time for the falconry show, which was most of the reason why I wanted to go. Not only did we get to see 4 gorgeous birds, we all got a wonderful session on the history of falconry and the importance of various species to the tradition. This was absolutely my favorite part of the day. The joust was right after the falconry show. The knights tilted at rings, swung their swords at a very brave squire with a melon on her head, and jousted to round out the show. This was one of the moments where I felt like a true lady watching a tournament. I only wish the jousting had lasted longer. After this, we went to lunch, which brings me to my 3rd tip, pack a lunch. This might be because this is a relatively small event that is still only a few years old, but the lines for food were kind of prohibitively long. Luckily, I'm used to not eating very much, if at all, when in costume, so my attendants and I simply took a break in the shade and said hello to a few horses. To round out the day, we returned to the fairground for some shopping. There was a great selection of wonderful handmade goods, and as one would expect, the majority of these were fantasy clothing and jewelry. All the offerings seemed to be very high quality, which was great, and the space, even though somewhat crowded, was absolutely nothing compared to Artist Alley at a convention. Still, the setting brings me to tip number 4, dress for the weather. I saw some pretty gnarly sunburns developing, so I would recommend that you slather yourself in sunblock or sunscreen, or both, and wear a hat if your outfit permits it. As you can see, my outfit kept me very covered, as it would have historically, and any of the exposed skin I had covered in a couple layers of sunscreen. I also kept a fan with me and had lots of cool beverages, but even still, I was quite toasty, and the day was just not that hot. Even though they do seem to have a fully staffed medical tent, which is great, you don't want to be the person keeling over and needing it. I know it's a little early because it's only like 3 o'clock, but we are going to get going because it is warm, it is nice. I have had people recognize what I'm wearing. I had somebody say, oh wow, it's a Gates of Hell surcoat and everything, and I was like, yes! So we've had a good time. We're going to get going in just a second, but it has been phenomenal! As you can see, I did stay a little longer to enjoy some more entertainment. As is often common when we're leading events like this, we got waylaid. In this case, I think it was the men in tights. It was hysterical. It was so fun. So we had a great time, right? We had a great time?
We had a great time.
Awesome. Back from the medieval fair, we had a great time. I'm a little tired, a little warm, but it was good. It was a good event. There was the right amount of men hitting each other with sticks, so actually there could be more next time. And that brings me to my last tip. Don't be afraid to call it a day. Just like at a convention, there are people who can go from sunup to sundown and then hit the clubs afterwards, but many of us can't. For those of us who are introverts who overheat and get overstimulated very easily, there is no shame in knowing when you've hit your limit and playing within it. And that's it. I loved this experience overall. It was great fun and the entertainment was stellar, and I really only see this event growing and becoming even more awesome. My only complaint was that there wasn't quite enough history for me, because there wasn't really a lot of history at all. This is one of the reasons, again, why I liked the Erie's presentation so much. Not only was it an experience to see beautiful birds up close, it was also a wonderful slice of history delivered by an expert. And that brings us to the end of the video. As always, thank you so much for joining me. If you'd like to see more of my convention vlogs or more of my historical work, all of that is available on my socials and on my channel. As always, a like, comment, or subscribe never goes amiss, but I'm just glad you're here. Now, until we meet again, take care, and I'll see you next time.